Hey everybody, this is Phoenix Down, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. In the last episode, while traversing Mount Colts, we were ambushed by Vargas, son of martial arts master Duncan, and just when it seemed like Vargas had the upper hand against us, Edgar's twin brother Sabin appeared to save the day, defeating Vargas with a rapid barrage of punches. Now before we continue on where we left off last time, I decided to backtrack to South Figaro with Sabin in the party because you can get a little bit of extra dialogue from him. If you do this, if you visit this house here, this is actually Duncan's house. I kind of glossed over it, passed up on it when we were visiting this place before, but this is Duncan's wife, so if you talk to her with Sabin in the party, he pretty much explains to her what happened to Vargas and Duncan, in that Vargas killed Duncan apparently. How he managed to pull that off when, Duncan's the master, I don't know, but he never even taught Vargas how to pummel. And then Sabin dispatched Vargas. And she'll never understand Vargas. But his most secret techniques were taught to Sabin, so at least the legacy will live on. So even if Duncan has passed, his teachings will continue on into the next generation, or something like that. And Sabin is very grateful for being taken care of after he left Figaro Castle all those, 10 years ago. Jeez, I didn't realize it was that long. But yeah, you get a little bit more depth to Sabin's character this way, so that's a nice little touch there. I'm still disappointed that they didn't do more with Vargas, instead of just making him like just a one-time boss, and a tutorial boss for Sabin at that, teaching you how to use blitzes. They have history together. It would have been more interesting if like Vargas was like continuing to travel the world, and you'd encounter him as like a recurring enemy periodically, and maybe by the end of it, they might come to some kind of understanding with each other. But anyway, unfortunately they don't do anything like that. And you don't get anything for doing this little conversation. If this were like a more modern Final Fantasy or like a more modern JRPG, you probably would have gotten some kind of an accessory or, a piece of equipment that only Sabin can use if you did this. Unfortunately, all you get is that dialogue and that bit of character development, which is nice. It's easy to pass up on. I don't remember how many times I played this game before I found out you can do this. But anyway, alright, I guess it's time to meet you guys back over at Mount Colts and continue on to the Returners' hideout. Alright, we're back at Mount Colts. Before we press onward though, I'd like to check out our new party member, Sabin. And his specialty is the Blitz. You see we have these different button combinations, like this one was the pummel that we used to defeat Vargas, left, right, left. It cuts through enemy defenses, completely ignores any kind of defenses or positioning on the battlefield, which is nice. Definitely comes in handy. And this mystical purity slams an enemy. This is the Aura Bolt. I believe it's a holy elemental or pearl in this translation, because holy is a word you can't say for some reason. And we have the suplex, which basically Sabin picks up an enemy and drops them on the ground. Always useful. Does not work on flying type enemies though. For some reason, because they're not on the ground in the first place, Sabin can't pick them up. But yeah, you might look at the Aura Bolt in particular and wonder how I'm supposed to do these commands, especially if you're playing like on an emulator like I am, using a keyboard. Fortunately, the D-pad on the Super Nintendo did not have these kind of buttons either. So you can get by actually just pressing down twice and then left before entering the commands. And you don't have to worry about speed or anything, it's all about just precision. It's not like playing Street Fighter 2 trying to do a Hadouken or anything like that. So that's nice. Something I wish I would have known as a kid, because that would have saved me a lot of frustration trying to do Sabin's blitzes back in the day. But anyway, and Sabin has the Mithril Claw equipped, so he's doing a bit more damage than he would otherwise with the Metal Knuckle he comes normally with. So let's continue on. Let's get through Mount Colts, pick up this tent, and maybe we'll get lucky and not run into any battles. Of course, since I said that, I'll probably jinx it. On this screen, you can actually run into Vaporites. These weak enemies you can find in Narsh when you're playing as Terra, when you're right at the beginning, right after you named her, trying to escape from the Narsh soldiers. I recommend having at least one fight with Vaporites, so if somehow you miss them in Narsh, you should wander around this screen and get into a fight with them. They'll be with Trilliums and maybe Cerberuses or whatever those red bird things are called. I recommend doing one battle with them, just trust me on this one. I'll explain why when it becomes relevant. And we got fortunate enough not to run into any battles there. So we're here in the Sabin mountain range. The Returner's hideout is just a couple, I don't know, game yards away. Alright, that was just a couple of grease monks, but nothing that we can't handle, especially with 4 members in our party now, and the levels we gained on Mount Colts. Alright, this is the entrance to the Returner's hideout. It looks a lot like the entrance to the South Figaro Cave, but trust me, it's the Returner's hideout. Exactly. King Edgar, this way, please. Alright, now he's leading the way. We can't control our movements right now. These guys, their design kind of gives me a Rebel Alliance kind of vibe, which is not surprising since a lot of Star Wars elements get referenced in Final Fantasy VI, or just Final Fantasy in general. Yeah, this guy says the same thing again. So this is the room we're supposed to go to. There's a save point there and a treasure chest I'm going to get first. The old guy can wait. Oh, by the way, regarding treasure chests and whether or not to pick things up yet, we pretty much don't have to worry about that for the rest of the game unless we're revisiting a place we've already been to by this point. Because most areas from now on will be like one-shot areas that we won't have any storyline reasons to revisit. So from now on, unless you're revisiting like the Mines of Narsh or going through the South Figaro Cave again, you shouldn't have to worry about whether or not to open up a treasure chest. So let's talk to this old guy. Could this be the mysterious Banon we've been hearing so much? Yep. Banon, we brought the girl with us. Is she the girl who could talk to Aspers? Aspers? Seemed the Empire had complete control over her. This is kind of hard for Terra to take in. Carrier pigeons brought word that she wiped out 50 of the Empire's best soldiers in a few minutes. That's a lie. Terra? Banon, she doesn't remember anything. Stay where you are! Okay. Don't tase me, bro. Don't hurt me, man. Perhaps you've heard this story? Once when people were pure and innocent, there was a box they were told never to open, but one man went and opened it anyway. He unleashed all the evils of the world: envy, greed, pride, violence, control. All that was left in the box was a single ray of light: hope. We now confront those evils, and you are that last ray of light, our only hope. Banon, what about me and my auto crossbow? I'm so tired. Let me rest a while. All this talking has made me very sleepy. Okay. And we wake up in bed and Locke is in our room. Yeah. Let me get this treasure first. Alright, hey, I'm in the room too. Wait. That's not right. Don't get the wrong idea, Terra. Someone important to me was jailed by the Empire. I've hated the Empire ever since. Okay, this line is inconsistent with Locke's storyline later on in the game, just so you know. This is like one of those censorship type deals. I always have trouble saying censorship for some reason. But yeah, it's actually someone that was killed. But, you know, Woolsey wasn't allowed to say that, so they were jailed. I joined the Returners when I realized the Empire was rotten to the core. I wanted to make a difference. But I have no significant other in my life. That's not entirely true. Wink, wink. Besides, I'm sure there are people who feel you're important to them. They are counting on you. I'm having a hard time getting my voices straight in this thing. I think I was doing Edgar there for a minute. But anyway, at this point in the game, you basically have to talk to everybody, or at least your party members. Banon's outside. You have to talk to that guy after you've spoken to everybody important. And we got Sabin over here and this guy. Okay, yeah, they're basically telling us how bad everything is for them. The only thing I can add is that you can trust my brother implicitly. He's always been fair with me. You can trust him, Terra. But don't you dare tell him I said that! Ha ha ha. Sabin's a jolly fellow. If you come over here, I have no idea if... Okay, get out of my way, Rebel Alliance guy. Someone dropped a scrap of paper. I have no idea why they put this in here. It's like an Easter egg or something. You can choose to toss in the trash trash or leave it there. I don't know why. There is an item in the urn, or I guess that is an urn or pot or whatever. I'm going to leave it there just because it adds some dialogue to a scene coming up. So let's go back to the room where we talked to Banon. We got Edgar over here. It's going to be tough to talk you into helping us. If we push you too hard, we're no different than the Empire. So we want you to make up your own mind. Alright, well that's nice. Alright, Terra, it's up to you to decide. Are you going to join these guys? Or go back to wearing a slave crown and working for those guys and pilot Magitech armor? Which is cool, but kind of bad at the same time. Anyway, go up here. We can find some more treasure. Nothing there. We get a Phoenix down. Alright, I'm all over the place today. We got an Air Lancet. That's a weapon for Locke. I believe it's Wind Elemental. And a True Knight Relic. An Antidote. A Tincture. And if you go over here, there's a little secret passage with another treasure chest with a white cape. Now this relic is really nice. In fact, well, actually no, I'm gonna leave it in the inventory. Okay, I'm thinking. Also, why didn't I recover from sleeping in bed? Just noticed that. I'm gonna have to like do that. Do something about that. Alright, well I took care of all that. I'll worry about the white cape later, but it prevents the mutant imp statuses. And I believe it also increases your magic block, which is vital in this version of the game because of the bugs and the evade and everything. Alright, Banon went outside. We can go talk to Banon. Now it's time to make a decision. Exactly. Have we made our decision? Will we become the last ray of hope? Find out right now. And no. You want to say no. Events play out differently depending on how you do things. Banon will give you a gauntlet if you say yes, a relic that allows you to hold a sword in two hands. However, if you say no to Banon and then come back up to this guy over here, there you are. Come here, Rebel Alliance guy. I understand your unease, but even as we speak, innocent lives are being lost, so it's okay to say it like that. Please, we need your abilities. This relic will keep you safe. And we get the Genji Glove, which allows you to hold two weapons at the same time. That is much better than the Gauntlet in my opinion, and it also allows you to block attacks periodically. So that's definitely worth doing. But now we can go and talk to Banon and say yes. If you say no 3 times, you skip the next scene. But I like the scene, so I will say yes. You will? Really? But I'm scared. If everyone works together, we'll be successful. Never give up hope. So yeah, you can basically just change your mind and... I have a plan. Please get everyone together. Alright, we're getting together. And we're going to have a staff meeting. Who did this? Who left this piece of paper here? And then Terra kind of laughs. And that's the extent of it. Right. We all know that the Empire is using Magitech power in battle. The point is, how has the Emperor created it? I had Locke look into the rumor that the Empire was forcing the world's finest scholars to study Aspers. All the trouble in Narsh is over in Asper too. You mean there's some connection between Aspers and Magitech? I can only recall one thing linking Aspers with Magitech power. You don't mean... Indeed, the ancient war of the Magi. No, it can't be! My grandma used to tell me stories about magical machines. Could they have been true? Could that ancient tragedy be played out once again? It's just speculation. But historical studies have provided a number of conflicting and frightening theories. According to one theory, humans and machines were imbued with powers drained from Aspers. That could explain Magitech power. We can only fight Magitech enemies with Magitech weapons. It's risky, but if we have Terra speak with that Asper, it might just wake up. I wonder if that's wise. Yeah, that's the question of the day, isn't it? Who can say? Regardless, we need Terra's help. Terra? Yeah. I'll do it. What nonsense. You sound as if you're enjoying this. What the? What? What's that noise? Uh-oh. Ominous music. Emergency! Sir Banon! Blech. Oh, that's not good. Sal Figaro! Uh-oh. What happened to Sal Figaro? Exactly, what happened? Empire took Figaro, coming this way. But you let them here? They found us. We haven't a moment to lose. Locke. I know. Someone has to sneak into Sal Figaro and slow the Empire down, right? This is right up your alley. Good luck. Even though you're like the weakest party member we've got right now, but... Terra, please wait for me, and please... don't let a lecherous young king who shall remain nameless near you. Locke! Locke, how could you? Big brother, aren't you ever going to grow up? What are we going to do? We'll escape down the Let River, or Lite, I don't know how that's pronounced, and make our way to Narsh. I want to see that Asper for myself. Right, there's a raft by the back entrance. It's a gamble, but we're fresh out of options. You're in danger here. Come with us to Narsh. You'll probably even gain some understanding of your own abilities. So we're going to go back to Narsh, where Terra is basically wanted like a fugitive. We've no time to dilly-dally. Let's make for Narsh. Okay, I guess we don't have any options. But okay, we now have ourselves a new party as soon as everything moves along. Okay, let's check my setup. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to heal up before we go anywhere. Also, I want to put Banon in the back row because he is fragile. Let's check out our equipment. Yeah, Banon's got some nice stuff equipped, but we cannot take it from him, unfortunately. He's a guest character, basically. But he has an awesome ability that's very useful for this stage of the game. Yeah, give our regards to Banon, even though he's like right in your party. He's right there, guys. He's standing behind me. I'm going to go and check the pot because I know there is an item in here. We got a green cherry, okay. Yeah, that cures the imp status. You can buy some gear items around here. I'll buy another tent just to be on the safe side. Sprint shoes, I can wait on that. I'll have another opportunity to buy sprint shoes later on. Okay, let's go down here, and we need to rest up. Yeah, we got a free in. We don't have to worry about spending money on this one. So we're going to rest up. Alright, we're all recovered. I don't think there's anything in the pot. Nope. We're gonna go over this way, and next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, we are going to take a raft down to the Lite River and try to escape from the Empire. So this has been Phoenix Down, and I will see you guys next time.